Hi guys, this is Dhruputani from PhoneArena.com, and today we're going to compare the Samsung Galaxy Grand Quattro with the Galaxy Grand Duos. The Samsung Galaxy Grand Quattro is a 4.7-inch phone powered by a Snapdragon 200 processor and Adreno 203 GPU, whereas the Galaxy Grand Duos is a 5-inch phone powered by a Broadcom processor and Video Core 4 GPU. So let's get into the comparison. Talking about the display, the Grand Quattro features a 4.7-inch panel with a resolution of 800 by 480. This results in a pixel density of 198 ppi. On the other hand, the Grand Duos features a 5-inch screen with 800 by 480 resolution and a pixel density of 186 ppi. We feel that the Grand Quattro has the better display because of the higher pixel density, while the Grand Duos has a lower resolution for a 5-inch panel. Moving on to the design, both the phones follow the same design philosophy with chrome strips on the side. There are no differences in the placements of power buttons, micro USB slot, volume rocker, and the 3.5mm jack on both the devices. The rear panel of both the phones houses a single LED flash, the camera unit, speaker grill, and has a Samsung logo below it. The texture on the Grand Duos is visible, while the texture is hardly noticeable on the Grand Quattro. Below the battery cover, you can find two SIM card slots and a micro USB card slot. Both the phones are almost the same in thickness, with just a 0.05mm difference separating them. The Samsung Galaxy Grand Quattro weighs 142 grams, whereas the Grand Duos is relatively heavier at 162 grams. In terms of internal hardware, the Grand Quattro is powered by a 1.2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 200 MSM 8625Q processor based on the Cortex A5 CPU and has 1 GB of RAM, of which 840 MB is available to the end user. The Grand Duos, on the other hand, is powered by a 1.2 GHz dual-core processor and has 1 GB of RAM, of which about 800 MB is available. Let's see how both the phones perform in the quadrant benchmark. The Samsung Galaxy Grand Quattro is powered by the Adreno 203 GPU, whereas the Grand Duos is powered by a Broadcom GPU. Time to take a look at the gaming performance of both the devices. As you noticed, gameplay was better in the Grand Duos. Let's check the various benchmark scores for both the devices. The Samsung Galaxy Grand Quattro fared better in processor-intensive benchmarks such as Quadrant, Antutu, and Linpack, and the Grand Duos tops in GPU-intensive benchmarks such as Neramark 2 and GL Benchmark. Both phones come with internal memory of 8 GB and have an expandable memory card slot, 5.6 GB OS user available memory in the Grand Quattro, whereas the Grand Duos has 3.94 GB of user accessible memory. Unfortunately, both the phones do not support installing apps on external SD cards. Let's talk about the camera now. The camera interface remains the same for both the devices. The Grand Quattro is equipped with a 5-megapixel camera and a single LED flash. It also has a VGA front-facing camera. Maximum video recording resolution possible in the Grand Quattro is 480p at 30 frames per second. The Grand Duos, on the other hand, is equipped with an 8-megapixel camera sensor and has a single LED flash. There is also a 2-megapixel front-facing camera. The Grand Duos can shoot video in up to full HD resolution at 30 frames per second. Let's take a look at the camera and video samples. The camera on the Grand Duos is much better. Also, Grand Duos supports 1080p playback, while the Grand Quattro can play back video only at up to 480p resolution. Moving on to the software and battery life, both the phones run on Android 4.1.2 with Samsung's TouchWiz user interface on top. Special features like multi-window, direct call, pop-up video play, ripple effect in lock screen, and S-Voice are present in Grand Duos but are missing in the Grand Quattro. Grand Quattro is powered by a 2000 mAh removable battery, while the Grand Duos has a 2100 mAh removable battery. The Grand Quattro offers marginally better battery life than the Grand Duos. Overall, the Grand Quattro retails at Rs 16,000, whereas the Grand Duos retails at Rs 19,500, and the Quattro offers a better processor and higher pixel density display. But we preferred the Galaxy Grand Duos as it offers a bigger display, better camera, supports Full HD recording and playback, and it also comes with a lot of Samsung specific features like multi-window, direct call, pop-up video play, and S-Voice. But these features come at a higher price tag. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more comparisons and reviews like this.